Hey guys, so I got asked about my tips for losing weight, and I really decided to finally do a video about it because I've kind of talked about it throughout all my videos, but I've never actually done a video where I explain what I did. So I'm kind of going to go through that in this video and talks about some other things that have really helped me and personally and stuff like that. So tip number one, get into the mindset that you are beautiful the way you are. You're beautiful, you're a beautiful person, and you don't really need to change. Once you do that, you'll be so much better and you'll start actually seeing results. I'm gonna sit up because I can't lay down anymore. Anyway, but once you guys start doing that, you will see results and you will feel much better about yourself. But yeah, that's what really helped me in the beginning was I looked at my body one day, and also the Marine Corps when I went there. It was kind of degrading seeing how much I weighed and him being like, yeah, you have to lose weight. It was really degrading for him to tell me how much weight I had to lose. And I didn't think, I mean, at that point, I was like 175 pounds when I graduated high school. So for me, I was like 154 sounds good. But he was like, no, that's actually not good. You're still overweight. And I asked my doctor, and she goes, yeah, you're still overweight. So just get in the mindset that you're beautiful the way you are. And once you do that, you can actually start your journey. And also be confident in your skin. I was confident in my skin back then. Like, I wore what I wanted. I didn't really care, but I still didn't love myself. Like, I didn't love my body, and I didn't love what I looked like. So looking back now, I'm like, yeah, can see why. So, another thing I started doing was drinking a gallon of water. Now, I got this from an army friend, and she said that it really does detox your body. She also tells me to drink a gallon of green tea a week, and I'm like, she's gonna stick drinking green tea in the morning. So that's actually tip number 3. Drink some green tea at least once a day. Some people say you should drink it 3 times a day, and I'm just like, it's up to you, honestly. It is a personal preference. For me, I don't have time in my day because I work, and I just don't have time to make tea at work. So I only drink it once a day and in the morning. And I feel like that really does help me. So whatever works for you, find out what works for you and do that. Another thing, tip number 4, find a protein shake you like, whether that be protein powder or already made protein shakes. I use Premier Protein because I don't like grainy, like, if you know, you know, but I don't like that texture. I'm a texture person, and if I don't like it, I'm not doing it. So basically, find what kind of protein shake you want and replace a meal with it. So for me, some mornings I replace breakfast. Some days I replace dinner. If I replace dinner, I don't put coffee. Mornings I put 2 shots. So 2 shot glasses worth of coffee in it, ice, stir it, done. You don't need to add sugar, even if it's stevia, because let me tell you something, that protein shake, especially if you buy it. If you make your own protein shake, I have made protein shakes before. I've just not yet found a powder that I like that doesn't like leave taste. And someone said, well, you're using almond milk. And I'm like, well, I'm lactose intolerant. That's another thing. Make sure when you are actually eating healthier, which is what you want to do, is still eat healthy, but yet still eat foods you enjoy, because if you don't like the food, you're not going to want to eat it, and then you're just going to binge. But yeah, find foods you like. It took me a while to find foods I like. Like, before, I never liked rice cakes. Never. I never even actually tried them, but I just knew that I probably wouldn't like them. I can't eat them by themselves. I have to eat them with peanut butter. If I had almond butter, I know it would be healthier, but I don't have almond butter. So that's one of my snacks. I actually have 3 snacks that I normally snack on. So, actually 4, sorry. 4 snacks. So the first one is the rice cakes with peanut butter, and then I also have Skinny Pop in the regular and the white cheddar in the little bag, so I can take them to work, and I eat them like on the way home from work. And then I also have Fiber One cakes, the coffee cake. It has like 70 or 80 calories. I can't remember off the top of my head, but and it tastes exactly like a cake, and it's really good. And it's good for you. So, and then the other thing is baby carrots and hummus. I absolutely love it because I love carrots and I never used to like hummus, and now I love hummus. Also, I will never make my own hummus because I had to do that at summer camp last summer for kids, and let me just tell you something. This girl will never make hummus again. Ever. So tip number 5, maybe 4, 5. Don't even know what we're on anymore. When you eat meals, eat smaller portions. So have more fruits and veggies. Fruits and veggies should take up half your plate, and then carbs should literally, I literally do like not even a fourth. Sometimes it's an eighth. And then I have 4 ounces of meat normally, depending on what it is. Tonight we had steak, and that was definitely more than 4 ounces. But on those days, I also will bring in like something sweet, like my coffee cake. I'll eat that for dessert, or I'll just find something that's small to take up the other part. And that's normally how I do my plates. So yeah, and make sure you're drinking water at every meal. So you can have like juice if you want, honestly, as long as you're working out of like at least doing something every day, you should be fine. Like, you don't have to restrict everything in your life. If you want to have juice, you have juice. If you want to have that alcohol, you have that alcohol if you're old enough. If you're not old enough, don't drink. But basically, just keep in mind that if you're doing a more heavy workout day, you can eat more of what you want. If you're not, I wouldn't suggest it, because alcohol makes you gain weight. And if you are going to drink alcohol, try to get the more light beers or like seltzers or something like that, because that's going to definitely not bloat you in any way. I love Trulies personally because they're also gluten-free, because I'm gluten-free and lactose intolerant. That's another thing. Dairy and gluten both make you bloated. So if you look bloated, it's probably because you've had gluten or you've had dairy that day. And it doesn't mean you're fat. It just means you're bloated, which is fine. Everybody gets bloated. Like, and also people's pictures are posed half the time. And if you see the ones of them not posed, they're bloated. Like, everyone has bloating. And ladies, we have a pouch. Tip number 6. We have a pouch that is probably not going to go away immediately and will take a very long time. Mine is still here, even though I've lost a lot of weight. And honestly, you're just going to have to deal with it, because that's one of the last things to go away. Just going to throw that out there. Another thing I have done, tip number 7, I did the military 3-day diet. And it's kind of disgusting at some points, especially when you have to eat certain things, but you can always find substitutes. Like, I don't like the grapefruit, so me and my mom get oranges. I don't like cottage cheese, so I have to eat egg whites. So there's certain things that you can do, like substitutes for, and that's okay. And that's actually a really good thing if you do that, because then you're eating stuff that you still like, but yet you're still going to lose the weight. So, process of elimination, basically. Tip number 8. Find a workout you like. So, before, I was going to the gym pretty much 3 times a week. And I was doing 40 minutes on the elliptical, 30 minutes on the bike, 20 minutes on stair stepper, and 30 minutes on max incline at 2 miles per hour on the treadmill. And I wasn't really seeing results, but also I didn't really see it because it takes about 2 weeks for you to even see your results. So definitely find workouts that you like at home and in the gym. So my Army friend actually gave me a lot of tips about arm workouts, but these babies are starting to grow, because you know what? I do 100 wall push-ups a day plus 100 diamond wall push-ups a day. I do about 60 on the wall and the rest on the floor, because homegirl can't exactly do a full, like, I can do like 5 push-ups all the way down, and then my arms start dying. So definitely don't push yourself too hard, and definitely make modifications as you need to. For certain things like push-ups, if you can't do a push-up, definitely start with wall push-ups. I literally have seen so much growth in my arms, not even gonna lie. I also do the Chloe Ting challenge. I was really skeptical about it at first. So I just continued doing my workouts that my army friend gave me. And then when I found Chloe Ting, the game changed. Like, guys, I sweat so much more than I've ever sweat in my entire life. And that's saying something. And I'm actually on, I just do her 2-week shred, but I think the next one I'm going to do is her like full body summer shred. I've just been doing the 2-week ab shred because my abs have been my big problem, but I think I need to start doing the entire body and seeing a difference. So I think I'm gonna start doing that next. But definitely, if you have not tried her challenges or seen any of her videos, go on YouTube and find them. Oh my Jesus. That girl, I mean, I mute it because I can't handle her voice and I play my music. And that comes to tip number 9. Make a workout playlist because you need music that hypes you up. And if you don't have music that hypes you up, you're most likely not going to get through a workout because you're going to want to give up. And let me tell you something I do. I have a bad back. I even have my heating pad on right now, and I was literally laying on it. Literally, definitely make a workout playlist because that, and also a running playlist. If you're definitely trying to join anything with running, make a running playlist. It helps so much. Also having dogs helps because, you know, they always have to go out. I think tip number 10, trying to think what else I do in my life to do weight loss. I've talked about the tea, I've talked about the water. Oh, mental health. I still have not made the video. I will eventually get there. But mental health is a big, big thing about weight loss. Your anxiety and depression, if you're depressed, you're going to binge eat. If you binge eat, we all know what's going to happen. Anxiety, sometimes you also binge eat, but also sometimes you don't eat at all, and that's not healthy either. It just depends on who you are and how you manage your mental health. And let me tell you something, guys. I've been there. There will be a video eventually, but I was hospitalized twice. So I've been there. And I can tell you that food does clean you out. Like, you do lose weight, but it's not healthy because also stress. Stress is not helping you. If there's stress in your life, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just, I mean, it's stressful just to be alive sometimes, but if you have extra stress in your life that you can actually manage and take care of, push it away, because if you don't, it's not going to help with weight loss because stress is a lot of weight gain. Tip number 11, getting sleep. I still don't do a lot of this, which is probably why my results aren't as fast as most people's. I have an overactive mind and insomnia. So, but normally you're supposed to get about 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night. On my days off, I do get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night. On my days that I work, I do not. So basically, I don't really know how sleep affects it. I know when you're sleeping, your body is breaking down everything from that day, and your metabolism speeds up, starts speeding. So, oh, and number 12, definitely have rest days. Definitely have cheat days. Rest days are good because your body will be able to relax to the point where your muscles are going to start. I can tell the difference on rest days because my muscles really do relax, and they're like, oh, we don't have to do anything today. We can just pump ourselves up, basically, which is what I don't really know the term for it, but my arms never look like it. Also, guys, that flab under there is one of the last things girls will lose. Sorry, ladies. Your hips, your stomach, that little pouch down there, and this part of your arms will be the last thing you lose because that's where women hold the most weight. Men also hold theirs down here, and they hold theirs somewhere else. I can't quite remember where men hold the other 2 parts of their. But yeah, ladies, don't be discouraged if you go like this and you have flab under your arm, because let me tell you something. A lot of women do. And cheat days. Girl, you need cheat days. You need to have that burger. You need to have those french fries. You have that ice cream if you aren't lactose intolerant. But Or if you're lactose intolerant, just take Lactaid. But yeah, you need those cheat days, because if not, you're gonna binge. And trust me, I've had that happen before. But when I started, I literally didn't have a healthy relationship with food. Like, I would eat pretty much anything. When I started losing weight, I literally started eating nothing but healthy food. And then about, say, like 15 days in, I binged. It's really bad, so have those cheat days. Eat what you want. And in general, eat food you like every day. Like, if you like Hershey Kisses, have a Hershey Kiss a day. Probably not good for you, but if you're in a calorie deficit, it will not mind. That comes to tip number, I don't even know anymore. I think 13 maybe. Also short-term memory loss, guys. Anyway, tip number 13, calorie deficit. That has helped me so much. Being in a calorie deficit means you're burning more than you're taking in, and I really see a difference once I started that. Also, I'm not doing an 18-6 intermittent fasting anymore. I'm doing a 13-hour, which is basically just your circulatory, but still losing weight. So yeah, those are my tips for weight loss. What's really helped me, also having a support system. If you don't have a good support system, your body's gonna crash and burn. If you don't have somebody who's gonna help you to push you to get healthy, your body's just not going to do it, because you're going to be breaking down a lot. You're going to be crying. I've actually noticed that since I've started losing weight and having a really good support system and just being happy in general, I have not cried in a very long time, guys. Let me just tell you, I used to cry like at least twice a week at night. Like, to go to bed, I would cry. Like, that's how bad it was. So but yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I really hope that these tips help. If you guys have any comments, put them in the comments, and also if you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and also tell your friends, because honestly, I have a lot of videos. Some of them are really stupid, but some of them actually, I think, are things that could help other people. And yeah, so if you guys have any other wonderful things, you can also follow me on Instagram, and Twitter. I actually have those up in one of my videos. It's one of the earlier ones. Sorry, I can't remember which one. But yeah, I'm going to go to bed now so I can get up at 6 a.m., which I do every day, and get ready for the next day.